Hi guys, welcome back to another video. First of all, excuse the really greasy situation that I've got going on. I fly to Thailand on Thursday night. It's Monday. I got my package today. If I don't film this video right now, I can't get it up before I go to Thailand. So just excuse the hair. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, it's another Alphalete launch. They're coming around quicker and quicker and quicker, and I feel like I can't keep up with that, but I'm trying my best. So this launch is on April the 16th at 12 PM CST, which is 6 PM UK time. You already know the drill by now. I will pop in the scrolly PDF of everything that's launching, all the details you need to know, and the link for that can be found in the description box below. If you are shopping with Alphalete on this launch or at any point ever, my support code is Amy. Means the world if you do use it, and if you do use it, message me so I can say thank you. I also just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who's ever shopped with my code, like ever, but especially over the past few months, over the past year, because I will be bringing you the hauls, the tea, the reviews, the honesty for the next like 18 months, which I'm super excited about. But ultimately I would not be able to do this, I would not have this opportunity if it was not for you guys supporting me. So let this be like a reminder, if you do have a favorite athlete with any brand, particularly Alphalete, support code use is everything. Whether it's me, whether it's someone else, if you want them to be able to continue doing their hauls and reviews and stuff, support is everything. I love doing my reviews and I do put my heart and soul into them, but ultimately all my work would be redundant if I wasn't getting the support. So I do see this as very much down to you guys, so thank you. I just wanted to mention that really quick because I've mentioned it on Instagram but I've not done it on here, and I feel like you guys deserve a big fat thank you. So yeah, thank you. And last thing before I get into this haul is, if you have come for like a super quick surface level review, because I've had a few comments recently about my review style and all that sort of stuff. I mean, the majority of comments are lovely, but I feel like people confuse my videos with maybe other people's. If you've come for like a surface level review, I don't do those. Like, I like to do things in depth. I'm a consumer at heart. I like to review as a consumer. I like to tell you what's worth spending your money on, because let's be honest, Alphalete is bloody expensive. So if anyone would rather just have like more of a surface level review, this video may not be the one for you. And I'm just gonna get into it. This launch I've seen really mixed reviews about, and I'm not gonna lie, my thoughts are pretty mixed. My thoughts when I saw the stuff was pretty mixed, because the range that I will go over first is the Amplifier, because I know that that is what the girlies are interested in, or the seamless range, so to speak. So the products that we've got coming in this range are the Trinity bra, the Amplify bra, the long sleeve crops, and the Amplify leggings. Some of this stuff, so the long sleeve crops and the leggings, are ombre, and that's not everyone's cup of tea. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to love like the Gymshark ombre when they first did them, because then the quality went like, took a bit of a nosedive. I loved like the original Gymshark ombre, but like over the past few years I've just got more into my neutrals. I'm more of a solid colour girl. So when I saw this I thought, oh, I don't know if these are a little bit outdated, and I've seen a lot of opinions from you guys, some of which I agree with, some of which I think are a little bit too harsh, but everyone's got their own opinion and that's fine. Ultimately this is a collection where it's going to come down to your personal taste. If you're more of a solids neutral person, you're going to hate this stuff, and I would encourage you to wait until the Amplify drop, which I think is coming in May, which I believe is going to have more neutrals and solid colours. Don't hold me to it, but I think this is the only ombre drop for now. Next month solid colours are coming really quickly as well. There's no restock of Amplify for this launch. If it's not in stock at the moment, it's not going to be in stock for this launch. It's just the new products that are dropping. Oh, sizing wise, for reference, I am 5'6". I weigh about 62 kilograms. The inside of my leg is about 28 inches. Waist is about 24 inches. Bust is a 32 double D, but I am part of the fake titty committee, so do bear that in mind when I'm talking about the bras, supportiveness, sizing, all that sort of stuff. And my glutes are about 39. These measurements are up to date because I haven't measured in a while, but that is roughly where I normally tend to sit. First thing that I am going to go over is the Amplify leggings. I've actually got these in nearly every colour other than the strawberry colour. same thing as always, as I'm going through the products, I'll put the colours they are dropping in on the screen. So I got this in the honey colour. I didn't get this thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna love it, it's gonna be so wearable. I got it thinking, I want to test this bitch out. I also got the day tripper colour, which I don't remember picking, but clearly I did pick it. So again, these two are like less me, more of like a kind of wanted to test it out sort of thing. Then I've got the blue, so I've got Ocean, which is this like turquoisey colour. I've got Blue Moon, which is this really nice blue. Like, please can we have this in a solid legging colour, Alphalete, please? Same for this colour as well, to be honest. And then Moonlight. So I've got all of the blues, and I've got two of the like yellowy orangey kind of colours. So I will go over like the details and stuff very quick, but to be honest, the details are the exact same as the Amplify leggings, other than the fact that they're ombre, so I won't go over it too much. But just very quickly, for anyone who's not familiar with Alphalete and their Amplify leggings, you've got the 3-tier waistband, so it moves from like lower compression to higher compression to basically go like your waist, and that's ribbed. Then you come into the leg. These ombre ones have still got the mesh panel down the side, and the mesh panel does start to ombre into the colour, which I think is quite a nice little detail, to be honest. You have a scrunch bum. The scrunch on all of the leggings that I have is not sewn into the gusset, which I think is the way that they are meant to be. And yeah, they then just come into a full length legging. The ombre starts like here, but I wouldn't say it gets obvious until like a little bit further down. Some of the colours are more like subtle than others, and then the only thing that's changed with these is the Alphalete logo is now in cursive on the back, so it's still sewn in but it's cursive. Personally, I prefer the block Alphalete. That's just my personal preference. I don't know what it is, I just prefer the Alphalete thing. The cursive one just looks a bit too girly for me, and on top of the ombre it's just a bit, I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Let me know if it makes sense. I'll show you it on the day tripper colour as well, in case you couldn't see it on the lemon shade. Material wise on these, because some people haven't noticed that the Amplify material has changed since they first dropped in like 2019. Was it 2019? I think it was 2019, but it absolutely has. One second, I need to shut the window because that plane is not a vibe. So yes, the material has definitely changed since 2019, and every launch I do like to make it clear what kind of material this is like. As time's gone on, the material has basically got a lot more stretchy, a lot softer, but also a lot thinner, and it's less like matte, it's a bit less solid, it's got a bit more of a sheen to it now. Those have kind of been the changes, and then every launch has kind of differed a bit, and over recent launches they've also got a bit fluffy. So ever since the colour charcoal launch, that was the first time I noticed it, they've almost got like a fluffy texture. They've gone from feeling more like leggings to more like tights in terms of like how they feel. So in terms of recent launches, these leggings are all definitely, and this is consistent across all the colours, the material is definitely most similar to the last Amplify drop. So when it was just the shorts in the incredibly sheer pastel colours, that kind of like fluffy tight material. So if you have the charcoal Amplify leggings, for example, these feel most similar to that for me. Since the changes have happened, I've mentioned this before but I'm going to mention it again, these leggings are a lot more delicate than they used to be. They've always been delicate in some areas, so like a bum scrunch is always going to be delicate. The mesh panels down the side have always been delicate and prone to kind of like, you don't want to catch it on anything basically. But as time's gone on, these leggings and the material changes has made them a lot more delicate through the leg, to the point where you kind of need to be careful what you're doing in the gym. I've had some of my Amplify leggings, unfortunately, since the charcoal drop, I've had some of my long sleeves have pilled, I've had some of my leggings pill, I've had some of my shorts pill, mainly when I'm doing things like hip thrusts, or if I am doing RDLs and I catch the textured bit of a barbell on the bottom of my leggings. That also causes a bit of pilling, and this material very much feels the same. I'm going to put in a clip here which is going to compare the sizing between all the colours, so you can see which, you know, what they look like laid over each other, whether there's any differences in the waistband, length, sizes. I'll also compare them to like older Amplify drops so you can see the differences. I'll show you the difference between a small and an extra small because I've got some extra small and some small in these leggings. And yeah, I'll pop all those clips in here so you can see about that. So as promised, I'm just going to take you through like how Amplify has evolved. So this is colour Ivy, and this is one of the, I think this was the second launch of Amplify, I believe. Came out in February last year, and this was like the last kind of batch of the original Amplify. So it's very matte, there's not really a sheen to it. It's not rough in texture, but it's definitely less soft than they've got as time's gone on, and it feels a little bit thicker. It's a bit more like sort of thing, if that makes sense. So this was how they like started off. Then in I think it was the launch after the birthday launch, when they launched Mocha originally, I noticed that they felt a lot thinner. They almost have like a sheen to them when they're on, like when they're stretched out, it's like they've got a sheen to them, and they're a lot less squat proof. So when they originally launched, even colours like Viola, which are like a very light lilac, weren't that sheer, whereas as time's gone on, even the darker colours like Mocha isn't 100%. So yeah, the change from this to this was it got a bit thinner, a bit softer, a bit stretchier, and a little bit more of a sheen to it, just a lot less squat proof. Then we have like the most recent kind of change, which I noticed with colours like Charcoal, where they're a bit like fluffier in texture. So as you can see on my Ivy, I know they're inside out, but like you can see even on like the mesh, I've worn these loads, they're still really intact. They've not really like pilled or anything. Whereas with my Charcoal, I've got pilling down here, and I've also got some pilling on the shin area from doing like RDLs. So the difference between like the Mocha range and the newer ones is basically it's got a really soft feel to it. These are like the softest Amplify ever. They feel a bit thinner. A lot more issues with like squat proofness, even stand-up proofness. Charcoal are fine for me personally, but yeah, they've still got that sheen, and it's like an almost fluffy feel to the outside of them, which makes them just a lot more delicate. They kind of just feel like a thick tight now, rather than a legging in texture. So yeah, and then if we compare it to the new colours, these are most similar to the Charcoal. So as you can see, you can even see like the almost, not fuzziness, but like just like the brushedness of the legging, if that makes sense. Even between these two, these feel like even softer, which is wild. And these are definitely the most delicate ones that they've done yet. So if I show you here, you can see like little marks on the leggings. So these are my nails. These are my actual nails and not acrylics, it's Builder Gel. So they're not super thin, they're actually a little bit thick. They're not sharp or anything like that, but they've left little indents in the leggings where I've pulled them up, so you definitely need to be careful. But that's like the comparison between the different Amplify drops. And then just dead quick, I've got Charcoal underneath and the new deepest blue ombre on top. Now as I'm going to go on to explain the video, even though this waistband is like the same size and an extra small on both, these waistbands feel like they fit smaller. So even though when I'm laying them across each other, size wise are the same, when you actually have them on, it feels a lot more compressive. So yeah, just something to be aware of. But like in terms of when I lay them over each other, these are both an extra small. I've got Charcoal on the bottom, the new blue on the top, and you can't really tell a difference between the two, to be honest. But yeah, even though they look the same, the waistband on these new ones definitely feels tighter, and overall they just feel a bit more of a snug fit. Then we've got the comparison between all of the new Amplify colours dropping. So I'll just run you through the waistbands very quick. This is a size small in the honey colour, which is obviously the biggest. It's the biggest size that I got, and then they just progressively get like smaller pretty much. Let me just make sure that's completely lined up. So yeah, they're all lined up on this side. So Blue Moon comes up the biggest, then you've got the ocean colour, slightly smaller, then you've got the orange colour, I can't remember the name, it's the mid orange, it's not the deepest orange, and then you've got the moonlight colour fitting the tightest, so that's the difference in waistbands. There's not a huge difference between them like there is with some launches, but there's definitely a bit of one. To be honest, the extra small to the small between Blue Moon and the honey colour isn't that big. The biggest difference this time is with the length of them. So if I show you, the moonlight colour definitely has the longest leg, and then the orange colour and the ocean colour and also the honey colour are quite similar. So as you can see, there's not really that much in it. They're all quite similar, but this one is definitely the longest. And then you have the shortest by far is Blue Moon. It's shorter by like that much off these colours, and off this colour it's shorter by like that much. I definitely did actually notice the length difference when I put Blue Moon on. Like I said, I wore these for training yesterday and they're definitely a bit shorter. So just something to bear in mind if you are like shorter, taller, there is a bit of a length difference depending on what colour you're looking at. I can't even find, there it is. Couldn't even find Blue Moon in the thing then. Yeah. So yeah, despite the fact that the Blue Moon colour actually has like the biggest waistband compared to them all, the tightest fitting in my experience with this batch that I've got of Amplify is the Moonlight colour, which was to be expected because it's the darkest colour. Darker dyes tend to be a little bit tighter. The like stretchiest colours are these three. Honey is definitely the stretchiest colour, but I also have that in a size small, so I don't know if that's impacting it, but it just feels the stretchiest. These three are definitely stretchier, and the others fit pretty tight. I'm going to show you what the ombre is like on every single colour, like in front of my window close up so you can see. So this is the honey colour, so it goes from like the lemonade-y kind of shade, and then it goes into this like deep orange. They're all mild at the bottom, so it's like an orange mixed in with like a lemony white colour. And then I will also show you the seam, because on some of the colours the seam does look ridiculous in my opinion, because obviously it matches up here, and then as the legging comes down the seam is just very, very obvious. And then I'll show you the Day Tripper colour. So this is like an orange, and then it goes into like a deeper orange. Yeah, again, the seam on this one looks a little bit silly. Then we have the Ocean colour, which is like this really nice turquoisey kind of shade, and then it comes into a blue, like a mild blue. I don't think the seam on this colour particularly looks that bad. I don't think it's too obvious. I think it actually blends pretty well in this colourway. And then we've got the Blue Moon colour, which I wore to the gym today. This is a really, really, really nice blue. So it's like this, and then the marl on this is almost like got bits of like black in it. I don't know if that's ever going to focus. Yeah, it's got like more black in it. The seam on this, I don't think the seams on the blues look as bad as it does on like the lighter colours. And then we've got the Moonlight colour, which is like a dark deep blue. This is mild even at the top. The other ones are more like solid at the top, but this one is definitely mild all the way through. And then again, it's got like black in the ombre on these. And the seam on this, I think the seam on that looks fine. It's not obvious at all. Now I have these in a size extra small and a small. So I've got the honey colour in a small and the rest of the colours in an extra small. I've tried Amplify before in an extra small and a small, and I didn't really like the way that the small fit. I thought it was just a bit like meh, and I actually had a bit of like room in the waist of it. Now in the small on this drop, I don't have room in the waist of it, and I actually like how the small fits. It's definitely a less compressive and more comfortable fit while still being flattering in a size small on me this time round. The other colours that I have in an extra small, they're not uncomfortable, I can still wear them, but the waistband on these feels a little bit tighter and a bit more stiff, so it's more similar waistband wise to the first drops where the waistband was a little bit tighter. and a little bit, it's still got stretch to it, but it just feels a lot more compressive. So I could definitely wear in these either an extra small or a small, just depending on what I'm wanting. So on a day where I'm wanting a bit more compression, a bit of a like tighter, you know, hugging fit to like really go on me, I would go for an extra small. But on a day where I'm just thinking, do you know what, I just want a little bit more comfort, a little bit less tightness in the waistband, I would go with a small. These definitely fit tighter, regardless of how like sizing might look in the comparison clips I've put in. These definitely run tighter than previous Amplify drops in my experience, and I would say that's true for every colour. I don't have the strawberry colour, but considering every single colour is like this, I don't see why that one wouldn't be. Obviously the lighter colours have got more stretch to them, like I said, but the waistband is still definitely tighter on these. But ultimately your sizing with this is going to depend what you want from your Amplify. If you want to keep like a super compressive fit, hugs you in a bit more, all that sort of stuff, you can go with your standard size. So my standard size is a size extra small. But if you want something that's just a little bit more comfortable and a little bit less, and you're kind of between sizes, because there's certain elements of me that are an extra small and then there's certain elements of me that are a small, then you can definitely go with that size up and not have to worry about it being a little bit big if it has been on previous Amplify drops. That's my opinion on the sizing for these. Regardless of how things look, I definitely think these run tighter, they felt tighter. So the camel toe situation on these, I found that like the fluffier and thinner the material gets, the more I'm likely to get a camel toe. And weirdly, with seamless underwear, so with like Alphalete seamless underwear, I get quite bad camel toe when I wear those. Whereas when I wear like a Primark thong, which isn't ideal because it's then I get the VPL, especially in Amplify, I don't get it as bad. So it kind of depends on what underwear you're going to wear with these. But I've definitely found as the launches have gone on, the camel toes definitely got a bit worse for me. I'm not really bothered. Everyone knows I've got a vagina. As long as it's not uncomfortable, I'm not bothered about a little bit of a camel's toe, camel's hump, camel's hoof, whatever you want to call it. So I find that when I've been like moving around in them, training in them, like obviously I wore the blue moon colour today, it goes a little bit up there. It's not uncomfortable, but I do get a little bit of a camel toe in these, which didn't used to happen. Proofness as well, I trained in the blue moon colour today. Now this is something I've not actually had happen with Amplify before. Maybe I was just having an extra sweaty day. Normally these are completely sweat proof on me, and they definitely are a sweat wicking material because it did dry pretty quick. But I noticed after my session I did have a little bit of crotch sweat showing through. So I'm not confident in saying that these are completely sweat proof, but it will depend on where you sweat from. I am a crotch sweater. I could be training my baby finger and my crotch will be sweating. Yeah, the blue moon colour did show a little bit of sweat, so I don't think these are completely sweat proof, but it's not, you know, anything like a Lululemon Align pant level of like non-sweat proofness, or the Essentials range, not the Essentials range, the Alphalete range. It's nothing like that. It's a lot more sweat wicking than most of their ranges, but yeah, it didn't like completely not show sweat on me. Now onto my favourite topic, which is squat proofness. Now, last time I did an Amplify haul and I said that the colours weren't squat proof because on me they weren't squat proof, they weren't even stand up proof. I got a little bit of backlash, not really backlash, but I got quite a few like snarky remarks about it because for other people they were fine. I mean, everyone's body is different. I'm just sharing my experience to try and help you guys out as much as I can. But some people were saying, oh, you're not an extra small, you need to size up, these don't fit you, that's why they're sheer. So I decided in the lightest colour, let's be fair and let's get a size small. Lo and behold, and I don't know if my try on clips are going to show it, so if they're not, regardless of whether they do or not, to be honest, I'm going to put in an Instagram clip here because I've done Instagram clips for every single colour showing like the squat proofness in like natural lighting. Size small, you can completely see my underwear in these, and I'm wearing a like pink nude underwear. You can completely see it through these. Down the side you can see the label. I mean, look, even if I just hold it like that, you can see the label through the legging. I'm sat in front of a window and it won't show up on camera, but if I go like this in front of a window, the waistband is solid, and then you can quite clearly see that this part of the legging is completely opaque. It's like having nude kind of tights on. I've just turned on the light behind me because I feel like it was getting a little bit dark. So yeah, I got these in a small, and like I said, I'll put on the screen, these were completely sheer on me even when I'm stood up. I don't have to be doing anything. I've got like a pinky nude pair of underwear on and you can completely see through them. Not stand-up proof, they're not squat proof, and that is me going a size up from my usual size. Now, yes, these do run tighter in my opinion than previous Amplify, but like I know if I got a medium they're gonna be too big and I'm gonna have way too much extra material, so I'm not gonna go 2 sizes up in something and it not fit right to stop it being stand-up proof. And to be honest, I'm not even convinced that in a medium this would be stand-up proof, squat proof. 2 different things, but I mean if something's not stand-up proof it's not gonna be squat proof, do you know what I mean? People will say go commando. I really wouldn't recommend you go commando, each to their own, but like I would be genuinely concerned that someone is going to see your literal vagina in this colour. I'm not a hater on people that go commando, you do what you've got to do. When it's colours this light and you've got people saying, oh, just go commando. If you can see my underwear, go. Probably going to be able to see like the scars from my previous ingrown hairs if I went commando. Like it's just not a I wouldn't recommend it. Do what you've got to do, but like I personally wouldn't recommend it. So the honey colour for me is pretty unwearable. It's like lemonade level unwearable. Squat proofness and stand-up proofness ultimately is going to be different on everyone. It'll depend on your body proportions, and for me personally, I'm not Kim K, let's be honest. I've got like a petite, curvy, athletic build, but my stomach has always been like, my waist goes in like that and then my hips come out like this and then I've got hip dips. They're not wide set in the sense that you'd look at me and think, oh my god, she's got really wide hips. It's just the difference between my waist and my hips. My hips are a lot more wide set than my waist is, and my hip bones, they're just wider out, so maybe material stretches more around that area on me, and that's why I have these problems. But like I said, it's a bit of a joke, to be honest, to have to say to people for like a what, $72 pair of leggings, or you'd need to go 2 sizes up and have them not fit you quite right in order for them to not be see-through even when you stood up. And even then I'm not convinced that in a medium they'd be okay. Make of it what you will. I'm just giving you my opinion, and you can make your decision, because some people might be fine with these, but I personally was not. Then we've got the Day Tripper colour, which is the second worst in terms of stand-up proofness. Again, I'll pop a little video in so you can see. Now I've got these in an extra small, the rest of the colours are in an extra small. It's only the honey I've got in a small, so maybe in a small it would be slightly less sheer, but considering what I've seen with honey, I'm not entirely convinced. Yeah, not stand-up proof, so therefore obviously not squat proof for me personally. That's the Day Tripper colour. By the way, because I know that I will get asked about this is Day Tripper and this is Cheeky Coral. So Day Tripper is like more of a neon orange. It's like a really ice lolly orange, whereas this is like a muted pastel orange. This one's a bit more neon. I hope that helps. I will do more colour comparisons maybe in this video in the morning if I can find time to do the clips, or on my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram at amyrookes. I'm going to try get as much content as I can before I fly to Thailand on Thursday, but like we're basically going island hopping, so I can't take my entire collection. It's just not gonna work. Then next up we have the ocean colour, and again I'll pop it in. You can't really tell in the picture, you can't really see my underwear, so this is definitely more wearable. I would happily wear this with like, to be honest, I think you could go commando in this colour and you probably would be okay. I wouldn't be concerned that anyone's going to see anything. They're just not like completely squat proof, stand up proof, but they're nowhere near as sheer as the other 2 colours. So yeah, I would say these are definitely a safer option if you go commando with these, or if you can find like a super nude underwear that's like a dead match to your skin tone, you should be fine with these. Then we have Blue Moon. I had no issues with this stood up. It was stand-up proof on me. I didn't have any problems with it really. I mean, I'll punch my thing through here. yeah, they're not going to be like 100% squat proof, especially in super harsh lighting, but they're definitely way more squat proof than the other colours I've shown you. It's quite a big jump from ocean to blue moon. Like this on me stood up is like completely opaque, it's not see-through at all. Again, with black underwear or like a big brief, you definitely would see something, but just wear. You can get away with most colours of underwear under this, other than probably like brights or super dark colour. And then we have Moonlight, which is obviously the most solid colour. There aren't really any issues that I have with this being stand-up proof. It's completely opaque. Yeah, there's no issues with this being like sheer, anything like that. Yeah, there's no issue with these being sheer on me personally. Like I've said, Amplifier's changed over time, and they do all have a little bit of a sheen to it, which you might see like on your leg and stuff when you put them on, but these are by far, out of the entire range, the most squat proof. I wouldn't say any of them is 100% squat proof, because it's going to like, if you're wearing big briefs, I think even under this in a dark colour you would see it. But if you're going to go commando, wear dark underwear in like a thong, or nude underwear in a thong, you'll be fine with this colour. This would probably be, you know, if you've got gym anxiety or you're worried about things being see-through, this would be the colour that I would recommend to you most. Yeah, that's just my experience. Like I said, I've tried to size up and it didn't help, and I think, like I said, it's ridiculous to tell someone they need to go 2 sizes up to make a colour not see-through. So these are all the colours, as you can see. I'm going to move on to the bras in a second. But in terms of like, if you're wanting a more subtle ombre, definitely avoid the yellows and the oranges. This orange, to be fair, isn't too in your face. I actually think the orange is quite nice. I think it's quite a nice colour, but I would definitely find myself reaching for these more. It's a lot more subtle as an ombre. And in terms of like, would I recommend them? If it's your personal style, then yes. As much as I love these colours, realistically, I'd way prefer them in a solid. Just going to be completely honest. Like, I'm loving these colours now, but I know full well in a few weeks time, when more like solid colours drop, I'll probably gravitate towards those more. In a few weeks time, when like the novelty of the newness of this has worn off, I know I'm gonna reach for my mocha, my ivy, my greys, my blacks, my like staple kind of colours. So I don't want to say like, oh my god, like I'm obsessed, because I know that as much as I really like the colours, they're not going to be my staples that I'm wearing all the time. Am I going to wear them? Yes. Do I think they're really stunning? Yes. Do I think they're going to be my most worn Amplify collection? No, and that's just because ombre is not really my thing. Anyway, long sleeve crops. I'm just going to go over these really quick because I've done Amplify tops to death. These are the exact same as the Amplify tops. I've got this in the blue moon colour, so it's to go with. Now, just something to keep in mind is the blue on the bottom and like the blue at the top of the leggings is slightly off, which is really confusing me. Like, that is not the same blue. It is the top in blue moon, so it is meant to go with the leggings. I think the ombre on this one just looks a bit harsh. It's showing up quite harsh on camera. It's almost like here, where it looks like there's like a straight line. In person, it's definitely more blended, but yeah, on camera this is showing up quite harsh. So you've got the darker ombre at the top, and then even the sleeves are ombre as well, and then it goes lighter. So if you're wearing this as a set, you've got dark, light, light, dark, because they've decided with the ombre to do the lighter colour at the top and the darker at the bottom, which realistically, from like a squat proofness point of view, doesn't make much sense. Tops are the exact same as the Amplify long sleeve crops. The only difference is we've got the cursive logo on the front. It is still in the sticker, so it's in that little rubber sticker. On the back, you've got the exact same detailing, so you've got these little lines here. It cinches in at the bottom with an elastic band. The sleeves are nice and long. They've got little like flat seams on the inside at the bottom. I love these tops. They hit like around the bottom of a sports bra, so they're long enough to cover a sports bra if you want to get like a full matching set. I wear these in an extra small, and these fit true to size. I don't think you need to size up or size down in these. They're very soft. If you got any of the long sleeve Amplify crops from the last drop, so with like the bloom colour, it's the exact same feel, that like thinner, fluffy, really soft, really stretchy texture, whereas originally these were like a bit of a rougher texture top. In the Blue Moon colour, which is the only one I got, just because I know I'm not going to reach for these in ombre as much as I will in plain. I mean, that stays true. It's very like soft, fluffy in texture. So one thing to be wary of, which I have come to learn the hard way through wearing like my Bloom crop top in the gym, I like sleeves to be long. You know, I like sleeves to be long, so I like to like bring things over my hands when I'm in the gym if I'm wearing a long sleeve top. You don't want to do that with this if you're going to be grabbing dumbbells or barbells, because I've done that with my Bloom top and now the bottom of the sleeve is completely peeled on it because it's caught on the dumbbell and it's caught on the barbell. So these tops are very delicate. You need to be careful what you're doing. So just something to bear in mind. They're very stretchy, very soft, very comfy, lightweight enough to wear to training. These are one of the only like tight fitting Alphalete tops that I will wear in the gym that's a long sleeve, just because they are so lightweight and breathable. They're not sweat proof. If you sweat, you are going to see a little bit of a sweat patch, so it just depends on whether that bothers you or not. But yeah, true to size with those, I wear an extra small and it fits fine. Moving on, we have the Trinity bra. These are making a comeback. These last launched, when did I get my nose done? October, I want to say. So yeah, when these launched last time, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm still not a huge fan, but I thought I'd try them again just to see if anything's changed, because sometimes things do change between launches. But no, I'm still not a fan. So yeah, I'll run you through the details on the bra really quick. Obviously the one thing that's changed this time is we've got Alphalete sewn in the like forever stitching in white on the front, whereas the branding on the last batch I believe was on the back in like the block Alphalete writing. But yeah, I've got this in the ocean colour. You know what's really just confusing me about this entire range is like the colours are called the same thing, but they're just not the same thing. Like these are the ocean leggings and the ocean bra, and like even if you match it to the end, it's not the same. So just be aware that between like the tops and the bottoms, things aren't necessarily 100% matching. But yeah, I've got this in a size extra small. The Trinity bras do actually run a bit big. So if you, especially if you've got like a smaller chest, you can definitely size down in these bras. For me, an extra small is fine. I wouldn't really size up or size down. I'm not a huge fan of this bra. Purely for the reason that it's quite like high neck at the front. It just looks a bit surgical from the front for me. It's got this keyhole cut out, but I just don't really think it does anything. The back I actually really like on this bra. It's really open. These straps, like, they don't dig in. They're super like stretchy and soft. It's not uncomfortable to wear from the back. I do like the back of it, but it's just not that flattering as a sports bra. It's not my personal favourite. I know that some people really love these bras, but for me, it's just not it. It's not my cup of tea. Support wise, you're looking at low to medium support. Why Alphalete say this is high impact performance, I really don't know, because it's not. It's a very like low to medium support, and like medium support is pushing it in my opinion with this sports bra, and that's coming from someone who's got fake boobs which move but like a little less than a real pair of double D's would. I don't really have much else to say on them, to be honest. Nothing has changed since the first drop other than the fact that the branding is now there. This bit is still hella uncomfortable, so I'll just go over it really quick in case you didn't watch my last haul. It was the one where I had the cast on my nose. Basically, it's got this seam that runs all the way around here, and it's really thick and it's really uncomfortable, and it like digs in, and it's just so uncomfortable. Like, it's so thick. It's like that thick. Can you even see? Oh, you can't bloody see. It's like that thick of a seam, and it's really uncomfortable, and it doesn't lie flat. It kind of goes out like that. I just find it really uncomfortable. Not my favourite sports bra. Probably one of my least favourite sports bras from Alphalete. I instead would recommend that you get your paws on an Amplify bra. Now, I have these in Faded Blue Moon. I have it in Faded Honey. I have it in faded ocean and I have it in faded moonlight. So there is a moonlight bra, but there's also a faded moonlight. So if I show you the difference, this is moonlight, this is faded moonlight. So this is kind of like a denim colour, in my opinion. Let me go over ocean with ocean. So this is the faded ocean bra and the ocean leggings. They're pretty much a bang on match. The bra is like slightly lighter, but to, you know, to the untrained eye, you probably could not tell the difference between the two. They're pretty much bang on. The bra's actually a little, actually no, they're bang on. They match, perfect match. And then we've got the blue moon with the faded blue moon bra. They're not like a dead match, they're a little bit different, but they're nowhere near like as different as the Amplify long sleeve to the legging. I'll put in a boomerang of me wearing this full set and you can't really tell that there's a difference, but there is a slight. Amplify bras, I'm so glad that these are back because I feel like it's been so long since we got these in new colorways, and these are one of my favorite bras that Alphalete do. The reason why I've been reaching for my other ones is just because like the colors are quite like limited in what we've had, so it's really nice to have some new colors. But yeah, details wise, really nice deep V, very flattering on the chest. Thick straps which come over the back, and it's kind of like a halter neck. This bra just reminds me of like ballerinas, but like in the best way. We've got this scrunch on the middle, the branding Alphalete on the front in the cursive stitched in, and then on the back the straps kind of like cross over. It's not the most like flattering back that Alphalete do, but it's not unflattering, and from the front this is one of their most flattering bras in my opinion. This just gives you like a free boob job. Now it's technically not free because you have to buy the sports bra, but like in the UK, girls, we're looking at a boob job could run you 4 to 8k. So what's £35? You know, I think these will be like £35. What's £35 between friends for a free-ish boob job? I think genuinely me before boob job would still have boobs in this bra. That's how good they are. So I actually got these two in an extra small, and then I got the moonlight and the honey in a size small, just because some of my older, like 2 years old Amplify bras fit quite tight around my traps and they're quite uncomfortable. These are definitely like a bit softer now and they're a lot more comfortable, so I got an extra small and smalls to see like the sizing difference, and I'll put in like an overlay so you can see the difference between the extra small and the small. So obviously it's quite a bit bigger. There is actually like a noticeable difference. Like I've said, I way prefer how the extra small fits me. The small has like a bit more coverage. Yeah, that's the difference between the small and the extra small. I definitely prefer the extra small for me personally. If you want more comfort, you can definitely go a size up. If you want more support, stay true to size, I would say. Yeah, I definitely prefer the way an extra small fits. The small fits, but like it's just, yeah, there's not excess material anywhere. It's a bit more coverage, it's a little bit less compressive, so this is less like boob job effect and more like comfort. I'd probably less likely to wear this to the gym and more likely to wear this under hoodies and stuff when chilling, just because it's a bit more comfortable. Whereas these in an extra small on me, they're not so tight that they're like digging in and like looking a bit weird in certain places. They're digging like slightly on my back, but that's just because that's where I store not most of my body fat, but like I have come to realise I actually store quite a bit of my fat on my back, like on my upper back area. I just prefer the way an extra small looks. Also, I've started doing tribe classes, which constitutes me actually running on a treadmill at like quite high speeds and doing intervals and stuff like that. These bras in a small would not be supportive enough, but in an extra small I can skip in these, I can do the running in these, and it's enough support for me. So I would say these are like medium to high support depending what size you get. If you've got bigger boobs and you go for your smaller bra size with Alphalete, you'll get enough to be like a medium to high support, whereas if you go up a size for a bit more comfort, you're just going to get a bit less support. So again, it kind of depends what you're getting your sports bras from, but for me, I would stick with a size extra small. I wouldn't size up to a small. I really like how the extra small fits. it's enough coverage, it's really flattering, it's really supportive, just comfortable, and they are one of my favourite bras that Alphalete do. And yeah, if you are going to pick up a sports bra from Alphalete in this launch, forget the Trinity bras and just get yourself an Amplify bra, because I think you won't regret it. I think you will like these bras. Also, in terms of like the line of these, like where these sit, these are definitely a longer line sports bra from Alphalete, and I feel like they go quite well with the Amplify leggings. They're not too short, they kind of have like the perfect amount of stomach on show when paired with the Amplify leggings. Just a little FYI, I feel like they're made to go together, and like you can tell they pair well together in terms of how long these are and how high up the Amplify leggings are. So I'm gonna go over the, what are these called? The women's sun-dyed V-neck crop sweaters first. I've got this in faded black. I'll explain this sticker in a second. And I've also got it in the ocean colour, because I just thought this was quite different. And I think, I'm pretty sure this is the colour that I've been seeing Heidi wearing on Christian's stories, and I just think she looks stunning in it. So I was like, I need that. Just to show you though, like this is what I mean when I say like take the colours and stuff with a pinch of salt. This is the ocean leggings, and this is the ocean like jogger set. This is definitely more bright, more aqua, whereas this is more like a pastel-y aqua kind of colour. So they're not like dead matches. Just because it's got the same name, it's not the same colour. Does that make sense? So these are 80% cotton, 28, that would be 108%, no. 80% cotton, 20% polyester, oversized crop fit, double brushed fleece in a finish, ultra plush hand feel, V-shaped neckline style, drop shoulder style, elasticated waist and wrist cuffs, ultra soft tie-dye fabric effect, custom embroidered patch on left breast. So yeah, I've got this in faded black and I've got it in ocean. So every single piece that you get, when you get it out of the package, don't panic if you are getting anything from this range. This comes off and it won't take anything off with it. It's basically a little patch that says, our Here Comes the Sun range of joggers, shorts and crew necks are all hand dyed, giving a unique finish to each individual garment. Due to the nature of this process, the garments may incur some minor colour loss during the first few washes, which is to be expected. For the first few washes, we recommend washing your garment inside out and separately from other items to ensure no colour transfer. Enjoy your sun faded garment. So this is quite similar to the disclaimer they put on the Very Terry collection, which is like every piece is hand dyed, so every piece is unique. But with the Very Terry collection, I actually had quite a lot of issues with, like, some of my sets did not look matching whatsoever, even if they were the same colour. I've not had that with any of the sets that I've got. However, I've got very limited colours of sets, so maybe I've just been lucky. So just bear that in mind. Maybe look at other people's reviews, see what experience they've had. But yeah, I've got this in faded black, and I'll show you the details and stuff on here. So we've got that Alphalete embroidered logo here, and it's kind of like dyed. It's almost like a dip dye, so it goes from like grey to white. You've got a cuffed sleeve, you've got an elastic cuff at the bottom, and that is literally it. Like, it's a super plain jumper. I've got these in a size small. Honestly, I think these run quite small. Like, I've had cropped sweatshirts from Alphalete in a size extra small and a size small, and I've always found them all right. These just feel a bit small. I know it says oversized fit, but they just feel small. Cropped wise, these are pretty cropped, I'm not gonna lie. They're not like a long crop. They come to about the bottom of your ribs, so it's not going to reach like your belly button unless you've got a super short torso. I've got a pretty long torso, not gonna lie, so maybe that impacts it, but on me this just comes to like the bottom of the rib area. I would definitely prefer a size like medium or even large in these, because I just think a small, it's not giving the oversized fit. I'd quite like a little bit of extra length in the body. I'd quite like a little bit of extra length in the sleeves. So that's like sizing and all that sort of stuff. In terms of like the inside material, I mean, you can tell by looking at it. It's really quite a strange texture, I'm not gonna lie. It's like a cottony feel. Obviously it's 8% cotton, so this is more cotton feel. It's not like the Elements range where it's smooth. It's got that brushed cotton on the inside, but this, like, it's weird. It's like bobbly, like when you've put something in the washing machine on like the wrong temperature or something. I just think it's quite strange that it's so like bobbly in texture on the inside. Now don't get me wrong, it's quite insulating because of how like brushed it is, but it's quite thin, which is why I raised my eyebrow when I said ultra plush hand feel. Like, yeah, it's soft on the inside, but like ultimately these are quite thin. I'd say this range is maybe slightly thicker than the Essentials oversized jogger, which I was really disappointed with, because you know what, I appreciate that when Alphalete are doing sweats, they're probably doing them as like layering pieces or maybe even to work out in, so which is why they probably do it a bit thinner. But like, I've got a Nikki Studios tracksuit on right now and this is like super thick. Don't get me wrong, it was expensive, but like not that far off some of Alphalete's jogger prices, to be honest. It's thick, it's like cotton on the inside. I've had this since January last year, so I've had it nearly like a year and a half. I wear it all the time. I mean, look, like it's not pilled on the inside, it's still super soft. There's no pilling on the joggers, there's no pilling on the jacket, like it's still fully intact, and it's very thick. This is probably like double the thickness of the Essentials range, and probably double the, maybe not double the thickness of this, maybe like 1.8 times the thickness of this. So yeah, if you want to compare it to anything else from Alphalete, it's slightly thicker than the Essentials range, and it's a bit softer on the inside than the Essentials range, but that is kind of the only comparison point in terms of products that Alphalete has dropped before. It's not like the Elements, it's not like Very Terry. It's more similar to the Essentials joggers. But material wise, the Here Comes the Sun, like sun-dyed range we've got here, and then these are the Essentials. Now these are what I said these are most similar to. So as you can see on the Essential oversized, it's more of like a, I don't know, like a matted, thinner kind of vibe, whereas with this it's a bit more fluffy. Like, I mean, you can literally tell the difference in texture. On camera this looks like it might be rough on the skin, but it's definitely not. It's kind of like fleecy in texture, rather than this is a bit more like cottony, but like very thin cotton. These are definitely thicker and warmer, but still not as thick as my Nikki Studios stuff, which I've spoken about in this video. So yeah, that's the difference between these two materials. It's not like the performance material, it's definitely a new kind of feel, and the most similar is the Essential joggers. Ultimately, I'm not a huge fan of this cropped jumper. I way prefer, like, the Elements crop zip up is one of my favourite cropped like hoodie kind of style jackets that Alphalete have ever done. They're like crew neck crops that just say Alphalete in like the rubber logo. I've got those in like white and black. I love those. I would way pick those any day over this, mainly because of the V-neck line. I just think I don't like the V-neck on this. It makes it, I don't know if it's different in other countries, but in the UK our jumpers for school were always V-neck. It's giving me school vibes and I just don't like it. It's giving me like school PE kit vibes. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of this, but it's more just like a personal taste. It's not my cup of tea. Also, like I've just said, I appreciate that they do things like a bit more thinner, a bit more breathable, maybe because people are going to use them as layering pieces, but like I just want to see something like Nikki Studios kind of tracksuits for women from Alphalete. I just want to see it. I'm dying to see it. By the way, this is the tracksuit that I always wear. I always get questions on this. Everyone's like, where are those like washed brown joggers from? Nikki Studios. But yeah, I got these in a size small. If you're gonna get them and you actually want a super oversized fit, I'd say like a size small is like my size for hoodies now. I'd say go up a size from your usual size, if not two, if you want an oversized fit, because these just, they fit quite small for an oversized fit in my opinion. You could size down if you want a tighter fit equally. Sorry if the angle or anything has just changed. I just needed to change my camera battery. But yeah, like I was saying, definitely not my favourite like crop jumper from Alphalete. If you're in the market for a crop jumper from Alphalete, just go for like the crew neck crops or the Elements crop zip jacket would be my recommendation. And like if you're gonna get the black joggers from this range, you could just get the black Elements crop zip and pair those together, and I just think it'd look better. And we've got the women's sun-dyed oversized short. I got these, again, we've still got the sticker on these. I got these in a size extra small. So I've got these in a size extra small in the blackbird colour. So if I show you like the faded black, The faded black is kind of like, I mean, yeah, it's just like a faded black. It has like some almost like lighter grey splodges through it, but you can't really tell. Whereas the Blackbird, it's like a bleached black, so it's got like brown on it. So that's the difference between the two, if anyone was wondering, but you can kind of tell on the product pictures. These have got a 3.5 inch inseam, drawstring on the inside. Very like subtle branding on these. Normally Alphalete do like branding on the drawstrings. There is none, it's just like 2 little bits of like rope. Yeah, you've got pockets either side, nice and deep. They're not zip pockets, they're just like standard pockets like that. And then on the left hand side you've got the Alphalete embroidered logo, and then you've got like a raw seam finish to the bottom of them. Like I said, I've got these in an extra small. I actually really like these shorts, so I thought I was going to love the Element shorts. These are so much nicer than the Element shorts in my opinion. The way that they fit is more flattering. The way that they like just fit on my body is way more flattering. Now they are an oversized short, so they're not like super flattering on my bum. They're not like Amplify short flattering on my bum, but they're definitely up there with like the essential shorts in terms of my favourite from Alphalete, with their like more chill shorts, less like in the gym shorts. Not super short. These come up quite high waisted, so these do come up to like my belly button. I don't really get a camel toe in these. I'm fine, there's no like hoof going on there. They're a really good length. My bum's not hanging out the back. They're super comfortable. Again, they've got the same on the inside, so it's like the brushed cotton. They are super soft on the inside. The shorts feel pretty heavyweight as well. Still not as thick as like this, but I would definitely describe it as like a thicker version of the essential oversized joggers, which like I said I was very disappointed with because of how like thin they were, and they just felt not what I was expecting them to feel like. I really do like these shorts. I wasn't actually expecting to like them because I'd kind of given up with this style short from Alphalete after the Elements range, because I just thought they're just not flattering on me. But now I'm back in the game again, so I kind of wish I'd got these in more colours, not gonna lie, but I do really like this Blackbird colour. It's definitely more me than the brights. I don't think it takes a genius to work that one out. I'm pretty much always in neutrals in my video. Yeah, I've got these in an extra small. These fit true to size in my opinion. If you want like a super baggy oversized fit, definitely you can go up 1 or 2 sizes because they do have the drawstring. But for me, these are just like a nice relaxed fit in a size extra small. I wouldn't say they're oversized in an extra small on me, but they're definitely a relaxed fit. And if I wanted more of an oversized fit, I'd just go up to a size small. But yeah, I definitely recommend these. These are like my favourite new chill shorts from Alphalete, other than the essential shorts, and they came out a while ago, so it's been a while since anything has even come close to those for me, because I bloody love them. And then last but not least, we have the sun dyed oversized joggers. I've got these in Ocean, and I've also got them in Blackbird again, so the same as the shorts I just showed you. So they are pretty much just the jogger version of the shorts I've just showed you. They've got the drawstring, the waistband, which is adjustable. They've got a drawstring on the inside. I've got both these in a size extra small, and they've got a pocket on either side, not a zip pocket, just like a pocket. And then on the left, the branding is actually like at the front of the shin, kind of like off center, which I feel like I haven't seen Alphalete do before in a jogger, but it's quite cool. It's in the embroidered. It's in the embroidered thing. And then they've got cuffs on the bottom. These cuffs aren't like too big, too small for me. These are pretty perfect, not gonna lie. Alphalete have kind of killed it. Fit wise, these joggers remind me of the varsity joggers from Alphalete in terms of like the rise and all that sort of stuff. They're kind of like a hybrid between the varsity jogger and the essential jogger, in the sense that they're a bit looser than the varsity jogger, a bit more similar in that kind of fit to the essential jogger, but then everything else about them, like the rise and stuff, the feel on the inside is a bit more similar to the varsity jogger. Like I've said, all this range is like a thicker version of the essential oversized jogger. Not quite as thick, potentially, as the varsity jogger, but definitely the most similar feeling jogger they've brought out since. So if you are into that varsity jogger, definitely give these a go. To show you the differences between the new ones and the essential oversized, obviously the drawstring is on the outside and it's got this on it, whereas on these ones it's literally just like a little rope, and obviously the waistband looks a bit different. The pockets are quite similar in size, all that sort of stuff. And then as I come down, you can see they're like a very similar fit. They're pretty much identical. I'm not gonna lie, I've worn these last night to do some cooking in and stuff, and the more I'm wearing them, the more I'm liking them. I feel like I wasn't maybe as sure about them when I filmed the video yesterday, but now I'm definitely really liking them. And like fit wise, they are actually quite similar to my Nikki Studios ones. They are thinner, they're not quite as like thick, but these are definitely like a really nice feel jogger from Alphalete. I way prefer these over the essentials. I don't really wear these other than like, these are like my mess around joggers. They're not like a nice pair of joggers that I like to wear. I don't really like them. I don't think they're worth the money. These I actually really like, and if you get the black pair, which I've got on now, obviously it's got like the grey on it, these are like a staple kind of jogger. I really like these, but yeah, that's the difference between the essential joggers and these ones. I'm really sorry if I'm breathing weird, but I actually just can't breathe. Extra small for me is fine. I wouldn't need to go up or down a size. I get like a nice oversized fit in the size extra small. They're not super baggy, but they're just like a nice oversized fit. It's not ridiculous where I look like the genie off Aladdin. It's just like a nice oversized fit. And then again, you've got the same again. So obviously this sticker comes on all of the items. You've got the pockets, and then you've got this, the Alphalete logo, and this is, and again, the ocean colour. Yeah, I really like these joggers. They're definitely one of my more favourite joggers that Alphalete have done recently. Like I said, I need to see them do a like Nikki Studios kind of level jogger. But in terms of Alphalete's joggers, definitely one of my favourites that they've brought out recently. These have got a 30-inch inseam, and rise wise, these are like not a high-waisted jogger. So if I try to pull these up over my belly button, bear in mind I do have a long torso, so it might just be my proportions. If I try to pull these up over my belly button, they won't go, and they'll give me like a really bad camel toe once I reach like just about belly button height. So these are definitely more of like a low to mid waist jogger. They're not a high waisted jogger, so if that's what you're in the market for, if you've got a long torso, forget it. These are definitely more low waisted. I personally don't mind that. Like the Nikki Studios ones, God, I sound like a broken record, but the ones I've got on right now, they're not particularly high waisted, but I still really like wearing them. So yeah, just something to bear in mind, especially if you are more long torso. These definitely won't come up high waisted on you. They're more of like a low to medium kind of waist. And yeah, size wise, I would say to stay true to size, unless you want a tighter fit, in which case you can definitely size down, because there is the room to size down with them being oversized. And if you want them super baggy, like a super oversized look, you can definitely go up a size. The world's your oyster. So yeah, that's everything for this launch. Launch is April the 16th at 12 PM CST, aka 6 PM UK time. I'm gonna try get this video up tomorrow at the latest. Like I said, I'm going to Thailand on Thursday, and we are island hopping around, so I can't take all my new launch stuff with me. So I'm gonna try and get as much content up on my Instagram ready for the launch as I can before I go, and I'll save it to like a story highlight for you guys so that I've covered as much as I can. If you've got any questions on the launch, comment them down below and I will get back to you, or message me on Instagram and I will get back to you on there. Just bear with me if you're messaging me like closer to the launch, because I've got no idea what my signal's going to be like. I've got no idea, you know, I don't really know what I'm doing whilst I'm in Thailand. So just bear with me on the responses, but I should be able to find Wi-Fi every day to go through DMs and comments. So just bear with me and I will get back to you. I can now filter my DMs by unanswered and unread. So my reply game is about to be 10/10. Everyone who DMs me about Alphalete stuff will know I pretty much always respond. I rarely ever miss a message, and if I do, I'm horrified by it, but I do try and get back to absolutely everything. Yeah, support code Amy if you are picking up anything from this launch and you want to support me. Follow me on Instagram, like I said, because I will keep you all up to date with all the Alphalete stuff, this launch, future launches over there. Yeah, to round up really quick, because then I'm going to leave this video and get changed because I'm roasting my tits off. Top picks from this launch, if we're gonna go with a top 3, we'll go with a top 3. I would say to get a Blue Moon Amplify bra, the Blue Moon leggings. We're even going into detail with what colours. I would say Blue Moon Amplify bra, Blue Moon leggings, and then I would say either the shorts or the joggers, depending on whether you're more of a shorts or a jogger person. I'm inclined to say the shorts because I'm just like actually quite amazed by how much I like them, but I know that I'm in the UK and I'm probably going to get more use out of my joggers. But they're definitely worth a go if it's your kind of style. Obviously if it's not your kind of style, don't, but like oversized baggy stuff is very much my bag. Yeah, if you're only going to get like one matching set, I wouldn't personally get, you know, the jogger sets over an Amplify set. I'd always get an Amplify set, and I would go with Blue Moon. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to and you haven't already, and yeah, let me know what videos you want to see. I might vlog Thailand, I also might not. I'm trying to pack light and I'm trying to decide if taking my camera and my laptop is a good idea or not. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you have a gorgeous week and I'll see you in the next video.